Strasburg, tonight's Washington Nationals starting pitcher, making his way into PNC Park. A lot of buzz around the ballpark when he pitches. And Kevin Correa on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates as the Bucs look for the sweep over the Washington Nationals. From PNC Park in Pittsburgh, tonight the Pirates indeed aim for the sweep over the Washington Nationals. A couple of exciting wins back-to-back, and they'll welcome in the Houston Astros tomorrow to continue the homestand. But it's the Nationals, it's Stephen Strasburg, Bryce Harper, a lot of electricity in the air, Steve. I know how much you are looking forward to this because you weren't in D.C. a couple of years ago to watch this guy's debut, but he is a special, special right-hander.
Yeah, everybody kind of digs this kind of excitement around a guy who's just an absolute power guy as advertised. But I want to look at the other side of the ledger, though, to take a look at some of his work against the Pirates 2 years ago. This is a great opportunity for Pittsburgh Pirate hitters to see how good they are, or if they're good enough to compete against this guy who is fast becoming one of the best. So, yeah, you can look at him being dominant, but also you do some good work against him, you feel pretty darn good about your abilities as a major league hitter.
You see that note, only Andrew McCutchen, Garrett Jones, Neil Walker remain among position players. That start was truly amazing. A nationally televised game. It drew national attention. Kevin Correa on the mound for the Bucs.
Yeah, last time out against Cincinnati, the numbers didn't look good, but he took the Pirates into the seventh inning, just gave up 3 early runs until he gave up back-to-back home runs. So he didn't pitch all that badly, didn't pitch a great game, but up until then, he's given up no more than 2 earned runs in every start, any start. So we look for him to bounce back and give Stephen Strasburg and the Washington Nationals all they can handle.
Yeah, he'll have to be on his game tonight, you would think. The Pirates and the Nationals ready to play ball from PNC Park in Pittsburgh. The Buccos are going for the clean sweep over the Nats. Coming up next.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
And from PNC Park, a little pregame dance. Tabata and McCutchen. Nicely choreographed, yeah. Trying to make the sweep over the Washington Nationals. Under blue skies. The Nationals look like this. Ian Desmond, Roger Bernardina, Ryan Zimmerman, 1, 2, 3. Adam LaRoche hits cleanup, then Bryce Harper and Denny Espinosa. Rick Ankiel will be followed by Jesus Flores, the catcher, and Strasburg on the hill against Kevin Correa.
Kevin Correa is brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. There you go, his record, making his 6th start of the season, his 6th career start against the Nats.
First pitch swinging and a fly ball to the right fielder, Tabata. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's the Pirates defensively. Tabata in right, McCutchen in center. Alex Presley returns to the starting lineup. He is in left, with Alvarez and Barmes on the left side of the infield. Neil Walker, Garrett Jones on the right side, and Michael McHenry starts with Kevin Correa on the hill. McHenry giving Barajas the night off. Andrew McCutchen, what a night, what a series he's had. The night last night, including a home run. He's homered in back-to-back games. Ball 1 on Bernardina. So he's healthy.
Oh, is he ever? How about this, middle of May? This is the time of year where you can go 4 for 4 and raise your average 30 points.
Might have broken a bat. In between hop, handled easily by Walker. Bernardina is out number 2.
Okay, Kevin Correa off to a good start. We talked a little bit about his last start against the Reds. It wasn't great, but you know, he kept the ball club in the ball game for the most part. The problem with that particular start was that the Pirates were not going to win that game because Johnny Cueto was absolutely dominant, pitching a complete game against the Bucks. So Kevin simply pitched on the wrong night.
31 years old.
Yeah, he's been just fine up to and kind of including that start. You're going to have those kind of starts.
Check swing, foul ball on the bat of Ryan Zimmerman, who was 1 for 5 last night, struck out 3 times, just off the disabled list at the start of this series.
I think you can keep him cold for another, what, week or so, this game, yeah. And then the Pirates going right over to Washington next trip. So you still got to keep him cool, and it's a cool night. Maybe that's the key, because he will get hot. He's that good a hitter.
Right there for a strike, 0-2.
And the old question, Greg, how do you beat a guy like Steven Strasburg? You outpitch him most times. Every once in a while you catch up to him, but if you're going to beat him most times, if that's going to happen, you're going to have to pitch better than he does.
We'd love to see Correa get some W's, rack up some wins here at PNC Park to put that weird split number behind him. Last year, much better on the road. That trend has started out. It's only a couple of games here at PNC Park, but his earned run average 485 here, and in his 3 appearances on the road, 220. Last season, of course, drastic difference between home and road.
He's 1 win this year against the Giants. What, the 2nd start of the season
in San Francisco.
Yeah,
well, those are the career numbers, but that doesn't include. I'm talking about last year and this year. Last year, 2-8, 7.71 ERA.
Dramatic.
In 13 games at PNC Park. That ball's ripped to center. A 2-2 pitch.
A great night to pitch. It's beautiful, but it's cool. Pitchers love to pitch on nights where it's cool. You don't get tired. You don't do all that sweating. And always seem to feel a little bit stronger.
Line single to center field on the 2-2 pitch. So for Zimmerman, his 3rd hit in 10 at-bats in the series. And now Adam LaRoche. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. Did his 5th home run in the 9th inning on Tuesday.
This could be a key matchup.
Grounded weakly to second. Shift was on. Alvarez playing in shallow right. That does it for the Nats. Bucks come to bat against Stephen Strasburg. Pitch moments ago. Steelers
Pretty good. Hit that outside corner.
calling it a Hall of Fame career.
Absolutely.
Jeff Karstens accepting the throw from Hines Ward, who also took batting practice earlier today.
You know, he was drafted. Did you know that? By the Florida Marlins in the 73rd round.
Is that right? How about that?
He made a good choice.
Yes, he did. Pirates lineup brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Jose Tabata, Alex Presley, Andrew McCutchen, 1-2-3. McCutchen, last 6 games, hitting .444. Pedro Alvarez hits cleanup. Then Neil Walker and Garrett Jones. Clint Barnes, Michael McHenry, and Kevin Correa round out the starting 9.
Yep, there he is, number 37. 6'4", 220 pounds, out of San Diego. And he has been nothing but in the spotlight since he made his decision to play professional baseball. He's been in the spotlight ever since. As you said, fabulous against the Pirates 2 years ago in the debut. And the thing is, he's power, but he's also got great movement. He throws that fastball downstairs. It's not a straight fastball. It's all over the place.
First pitch swinging in, a liner to right field, a base hit, soft liner in front of Harper, and that's a good start. Tabata. A base hit to right. Harper, Ankiel, Bernardina in the outfield, right to left. Up the middle, Espinosa and Desmond. On the corners, Adam LaRoche, Ryan Zimmerman. Jesus Flores catches Strasburg. Desmond with 4 errors, and he was caught off guard last night. Andrew McCutchen would end up scoring on a ground ball to the shortstop. Scored from second base as Presley bunts a ball foul.
Yeah, Andrew kind of double clutched him, go around third base, slowed down a little bit, and I think that really caught Desmond by surprise. I think he thought, or we've heard that reports, he thought that Andrew was going to stop. Threw him off his rhythm, and he never did recover.
Presley returns to the lineup. Fastball 93. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen to follow. 8th in the league in hitting at .330. The atmosphere in Washington, D.C. a couple of years ago was unlike anything many of us had ever seen. Bob Costas, who covered the game for the MLB Network, said it was one of the top 10 events he's ever covered.
7
debut.
innings for that's 2 an inning, folks, for a youngster making his major league debut.
It was as if the Nationals had arrived that day. This ball grounded to the shortstop. They'll still get the double play, even though Tabata took off on the pitch. 6-4-3.
That quickly, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Ball sharply hit. That was the key because they still had time to get the close play at second. After that, it was pretty easy. Greg, I remember, I think you and I talking about the possibility that particular start for Strasburg on that particular day against that particular team might have been orchestrated in spring training of that year. For him to arrive at that point through the minor leagues, he would be ready. Here's when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, and who it's going to happen against.
Yep, no question. Talking to enough people involved with the Nationals at the time in spring training, you could foresee that that was going to be his debut day at Nationals Park.
Would Trent Jewett tell you that he's not a kid, he's a man in a baseball sense. Before that game, I know you would talk. I'm pretty sure you had him on the pregame show, didn't you?
And Spin Williams?
Yeah.
As well?
Yeah, I was listening on the radio that night.
And the count now 2-1 on McCutchen. McCutchen led off that night, was 0 for 4. Walker hit second. Lastings Millage hit third. Walker and Millage were both 1 for 4. Garrett Jones hit cleanup. He was 0 for 4. In the lineup that night against Steven Strasburg, Delwyn Young hit fifth, and he went 1 for 3 and hit a 2-run homer off Strasburg, who went to 7 innings. Struck out 14. And LaRoche was in the lineup for the Pirates at third base. Andy LaRoche. Ronnie Cedeno was also in the lineup. He was 1 for 3 that night. And Jason Jaramillo caught. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 1 down, 0-0. .10 telecast. We're looking for some local teams or stories to feature on the air. If you have a great Little League story or team that you'd like us to pay tribute to June 10th, please visit RootSports.com to submit your information. Tribute to the Little Leagues, June the 10th. Weather's starting to get better as we move along, even though it's a cool night. There's a chopper. Bryce Harper will be retired, hitting fifth and playing right field tonight. And now 1 for 9 in the series. The 19-year-old Bryce Harper is retired to start the second.
Well, I'll tell you, that's how quickly the headlines for this phenom can go away. When the bigger phenom takes the mound, Bryce Harper suddenly becomes a second-page story. And that's just the way it is, because Mr. Strasburg is a little further down the road than Harper. Not saying that Harper's not going to be real good, because all indications point in that direction.
Adam LaRoche was at the plate in the first inning with Zimmerman on and 2 outs and grounded to second. Harper bounced to second to lead off this inning, and now Espinosa gets this ball out of play off to the left. So early on the right side of the infield getting attention. Espinosa 1 for 8 in the series with 5 strikeouts. ...106 at bats this season. He has struck out 39 times.
You know, there are certain times when you just make up your mind you want to see somebody who's pretty special. Strasburg is in that category. So keep this in mind. It's not too late to get down here to this ballpark, because sometimes you need to see these special players, and he is one.
One ball, 2 strikes to count on Espinosa. And a base hit for him into left center. And now 2 for 9 in the series. It'll bring up Rick Ankiel. So Espinosa has the hit. Second hit of the night. And the batter Ankiel. 0 for 2 last night, didn't start against the lefty Bedard. 1 for 6 in the series with a ribby. And Correa gets the high strike call.
You know, these Washington Nationals have put together a good record, 18-12, very, very impressive. But they have done it primarily with pitching. This is not a ball club that to this point in the season has knocked the cover off the ball. Pirates are struggling, so are the Nats in terms of scoring runs. Davey Johnson very much aware of that fact.
Now 2-0 on Ankiel. The Pirates have scored, Steve, just 87 runs. Worst in the majors, and the Washington Nationals just 102.
And so they both have won more games than you would expect with those kind of numbers.
2-1 count.
Talking to Davey Johnson about balance on his ball club, because he played with some Baltimore teams that were terrifically balanced with their pitching and hitting, Gold Gloves. And he says, I like to stock my bench with veteran players, knowing that they have been producers, and I like to stock my bullpen with veterans who can give me extended innings. So I like a lot of long men. I like spot starters out there. So he'll go with the rookies like a Bryce Harper or Strasburg, younger players, but he likes that veteran presence too, both on the bench and in the bullpen.
There's Adam LaRoche, veteran. Tonight a veteran, Xavier Nady, is on the bench. 2-2 on Ankiel. Espinosa 1 stolen base and 3 tries. The Nats don't run a bunch. Two and two. A couple of San Diego natives on the mound tonight. Correa and Strasburg. There goes the runner on the 2-2. McHenry's throw is strong, and they nail him at second. And Farmer applies the tag.
Well done. And Espinosa did not get a big jump, but still had to do things correctly. There's the look. Yeah, I got a better jump than I thought. Maybe he's just not all that fast.
That is just the 4th time in 26 attempts that the Pirates have caught an opponent attempting to steal. And then the strikeout. 0-0 after 1.5. Tomorrow, 7:05, Free Shirt Friday. All fans get one of these T-shirts Clint Barmas is wearing, courtesy of Root Sports. For tickets or to see all the Free Shirt Friday designs this season, go to pirates.com/Free Shirt Friday. Tomorrow night, Bucks and Stros. Free Shirt Friday. Should be a beautiful weekend weather-wise in the last 3 games of the homestand. James McDonald tomorrow night against Bud Norris.
Fans along the Riverwalk. By the way, Steven Strasburg, that last fastball to Andrew McCutchen, a very comfortable, not a laboring 97 miles an hour.
Maybe that describes him as good as anything, Steve. Comfortable. He looks on the mound, he looks like he barely can break a sweat.
Yep, not laboring. That's power. And that's also letting your body help your arm. It's ideal pitcher's body right there.
Alvarez foul tips it.
Now, just an explanation, if we can, about this Tommy John surgery. Some people, I always had the idea what they do. They don't take anything out. They just put a new carburetor in your elbow or something.
Yep.
But the guys seem to throw as hard or harder after. It's amazing. I mean, that's stunning to me. Goes away from that 97-mile-an-hour fastball down to 85, and you're out in front. Pedro Alvarez, the red is where he likes to drive the ball. Green, okay, but the rest of that grid is where they have real good luck against him. So the hot zone is the red zone.
Down on strikes, second punch out for Strasburg.
And they stayed away from that hot zone. They were upstairs. So you take a look at the range resources grid. Yeah, up almost out of the strike zone. So they stayed away from that red area that you saw before, which is kind of inside, middle end, not too far down, but a little bit down where you can get the bat under the ball, as a left-hand power hitter likes to do.
Now he'll face Neil Walker. Strasburg's last time out against the Phillies, 6 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits. He walked 1, struck out 4. He was brilliant 2 starts back in Los Angeles against the Dodgers when he struck out 9 in 7 innings. Gave up just a run on 5 hits. Didn't walk a batter. Upstairs with heat. It's 0-2 on Neil Walker.
You know, to be honest about this Tommy John, what they do is it's a replacement of a ligament or a nerve in that elbow, in that kind of groove in your elbow. And I don't know where they get it from, but they find good ones, and these guys throw harder.
Don't they get it from your legs?
Leg, thigh, yeah. So, bottom line, you can't run as fast, but you can throw harder.
Where's Strasburg? High 90s guy before the surgery. Great changeup. Devastating curveball.
Yeah,
Rodriguez, Steve, the veteran catcher, caught him and just said he was unbelievable. He'd never seen anything like it when he was catching for the Nationals.
There's the movement.
No, that was not fouled off, and Walker kept looking back, saying it was.
And now Clint Hurdle is going to join the conversation.
Home plate umpire is Phil Cuzzi.
Is he going to ask for any help? No, apparently not. He doesn't want anything to do with Neil Walker. He'll have to address the concerns of Clint Hurdle.
It was a strikeout, 2-3.
The crew chief, Jerry Davis, is at third base. See what, if anything, we can pick up if we slow it down. See, this one, it's not the riding fastball, it's the fastball with movement. I don't know.
Couldn't tell much. Garrett Jones strike. Cuzzi behind the plate. Gibson at first. Vic Carapazza, the second base umpire, and the crew chief is Jerry Davis at third. Jones, one of those players that was in the lineup a couple of years ago against Strasburg in D.C. 1 for 3 with a home run the opening game of this series, now with 4 home runs on the year. Oh, brother. 3 in a row in this inning. 4 in a row going back to last inning. Sports medicine injury update from Allegheny General Hospital. Last night, Eric Bedard was facing Adam LaRoche on a 1-2 pitch. He tweaked his back spasms. Pirates came out to check on him. Says it's happened before to him, and he missed just a start. But Clint Hurdle said it's going to take, well, the next 48 hours they'll know whether. More than likely, it sounds like Brad Lincoln would make the start if Bedard could not. As he says, it usually hurts for a couple days and then it gradually goes away and you're fine. The AGH Sports Medicine Injury Update. So hoping Correa can give them some innings. There is Brad Lincoln. He got the win last night.
Good job. What a good job he did.
3 scoreless, 1 hit, 1 unearned run, a walk, and 4 strikeouts.
Especially when he first arrived, he took charge of his outing right away, and that was impressive. Just a side note, it's got nothing to do with anything. I went through back spasms a couple of times, and it doesn't sound like much, and it does go away, but it just grabs you, and well, you got them while you're dealing with it. You are very much aware of a lot of discomfort. But a lot of heat, a lot of ice, and I'm sure the therapies are better, more sophisticated these days. So, got our fingers crossed because I, like most of us, have been very impressed with Eric Bedard.
So far, Correa has been impressive, allowing a couple of hits, facing the number 8 man, the catcher.
You got to go toe to toe with the national starter, that's for sure.
Jesus Flores getting his first start of this series. On deck, Steven Strasburg,
who has acquitted himself quite nicely with the bat. 3 for 12, 250.
And knocked down by Jones. Time to recover and throw on to Correa.
Yep, you got a catcher running, so don't panic. You're going to have time. Main thing was to knock it down, stop it. They got it done. Good job by Kevin to go over. His responsibility, cover first base. Ball was hit hard, but Garrett was able to corral it. Here's what you're trained to do. Get going. Yep. Practice it every single day in spring training. PFP, pitcher's fielding practice.
Strasburg this season, as Steve said, 3 out of 12, 105 career hitter. And that got him. Of all things, Correa's reaction you saw, that kind of tells the story.
I don't know. A little body language by Mr. Strasburg. Well, Mr. Strasburg, Kevin Correa is not throwing at you and not trying to hit you. That's the last thing on his mind. Plus, you didn't take a real direct hit anyway. So put the bat down, go to first base.
Desmond at the plate now. Trent Jewett keeps the jacket out.
Yep. Did I get the impression that Strasburg was upset there?
I don't know. I think
I want to see more.
It again. Yeah, we're going to see it again. I don't know.
Not that it's a big deal.
Yeah. Strike. Now let's see.
Okay. He gets nicked. Barely hit. Oh, excuse me.
That's got to hurt, Steve, huh?
Well,
ball hit in the air to right. Tabata makes the catch. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
You've been hit by a pitch, I'm sure.
I've been hit by a pitch. He didn't get hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
That might have got part of his uniform.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you start showing reactions like that, there are certain pitchers that say, "Oh, you didn't like that. Well, let me show you something that will hurt." Oh, being an old dog again. I got to shut up about that stuff.
Here's Bernardina. And now they're going to have Jones. No.
Why
Jones
would they
is playing
hold him
behind.
on? Yeah.
Now he's going to hold him. Now he's not.
Steven Strasburg is not going anywhere. I mean, they don't want to take any chance with him sliding or having any kind of contact other than what's required.
One ball, one strike on Bernardina. Bounced to second his first time up.
So 3 base runners, 1 in each of the first 3 innings, but not any viable threat against Kevin Correa. And he's going to have to be real good tonight.
Tapped on the right side. There's Jones. That'll do it. Over the bottom of the third. Still a 0-0 ball game. Subscribe to MLB.tv and see every Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. A lot of brooms everywhere. So the Pirates can sweep the Nats. It won't be easy, of course. We're talking about Stephen Strasburg. Pirates and Nats will meet again next week in D.C. for a brief 2-game series. The last sweep against the Nationals or Montreal Expos, which was the franchise that moved to D.C. Here in Pittsburgh, 1999, the last time the Pirates swept this franchise. They moved to D.C. 2005. Clint Barmes at the plate, and he takes ball 1. 4 straight strikeouts for Strasburg.
How tough for Clint Barmes. He's been scuffling so much. Now he gets to face this guy 3 or 4 times tonight.
Two ball, no strike count. 0 for 4 in this series. Did not start last night. Struck out later in the game as a defensive replacement. He did get 1 at bat. 0 for his last 12.
And that's a fastball 96, and it almost gives that effect of that rising fastball. You used to hear that phrase. He throws a rising, carrying fastball. He's down, and then that ball seems to almost be going uphill a little bit at 96 miles an hour. That is so tough to catch up to. 97. And then he'll turn the ball over and throw a 2-seamer and have a good bit of speed, maybe not quite that much, that has all kind of movement downstairs. So you got the high riding heat and you got the low moving heat. And then you got some breaking balls and changeups. Yeah, so step right up.
This is what he has done tonight, the pitch arsenal, and you can see he's got those, Steve, the changeup and the curveball he'll go to when he needs it.
Yeah, just for fun. Yeah, that's just for a breather. But you're going to see hard stuff most of the time.
Struck him out looking. That's 5 in a row.
That's heat on the bottom part of the strike zone. High fastballs, high fastballs, high fastballs, couple breaking balls, and now you get to deal with this. I don't know. That looks like a strike on the grid. It still looks like it's downstairs to me. I mean, I'd want that call as a pitcher, and I did, but I didn't always get it. He gets it there.
So he has struck out 5 straight, and now faces Michael McHenry. And strike 1.
On top of that package of pitches, you get the terrific control. So if you wait around, I mean, you've got to be aggressive. If you wait around, the longer you wait around, the deeper the count is going to be against you.
That's why Toppin might have had the right idea.
Exactly. I was thinking about that when he swung at the first pitch.
It's 0-2 just like that.
So Michael gets a dose of the fastball, then the off-speed pitch. He throws so hard that you have to start your swing early. If you don't get the fastball, you're going to be way out in front. There's a pitch there. He did labor a little bit. Looked like he was trying to throw that even harder than he's been throwing. And it takes away a little bit of the smooth, effortless motion he has. It's a power breaking ball. They call it an off-speed pitch, but it's got some speed on it. It's held on to it too long. All right, take a look from the side. The mechanics are pretty simple, pretty true. Nothing really crazy about it.
98, and he has struck out 6 in a row.
Simple, nothing rushed. Everything's together. The arm and the body are together. He doesn't get the body out in front. and use it all up so the body stays back with the arm so they can work in tandem. And it's really quite simple, his mechanics.
Strike one on the pitcher, Kevin Correa.
Well, we're looking at a real good chance at 7 in a row. I mean, these are just tough matchups.
Oh, and 2.
Yeah, just going with the heat. You know, my theory against a guy like Koufax or Jim Maloney or Tom Seaver, just rip city first pitch. Chances are he's not going to fool around with a pitcher and just take a chance of running into a fastball. I think maybe that's what Kevin is doing. I mean, you got to guess fastball. Everybody does, but especially if you're a pitcher. Of course, if you're thinking fastball as a pitcher up there to hit and he throws the off-speed pitch, you might spin around twice before it gets to you.
Lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kevin Correa working the count.
2 for 8 this season. 122 career hitter. Well, he hung in there against Aroldis Chapman last year. The Reds didn't get a hit, and he didn't get one here either.
The hook. Unfair.
7 straight strikeouts. Nothing.
Barrel.com, definitely worth the click. By PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
4th inning, 0-0. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Nats against Kevin Correa. AT&T trivia. Tonight, 2 Nationals in tonight's game made their major league debuts against the Pirates, and 3 Pirates made their debuts against the Nationals. Can you name them?
So listen, we got to come up with 43 names. Let's see here.
What?
5 names.
Well, Strasburg has to be one, obviously. Well, Brad Lincoln, didn't Brad Lincoln make his debut the next night after Strasburg pitched?
Karstens.
Lincoln.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Zimmerman? Could Zimmerman be a candidate?
I don't think so. Well, it could be.
Debut against the Pirates?
Possible. Yeah.
Of course it's possible.
Anything's possible.
So you're basically laughing at my
No.
my guess.
I take that back. It's a good guess. I don't know why I chuckled. I think I just looked over at you and I just chuckled. That's all. Sorry. Tapped left side. Shortstop Barmes racing in. Nice exchange. 1 out.
Let's see. Do I have the math right? If they don't score, we can't lose.
That's it. What was the Mazeroski line to you? Was it Maz? Who was it when you made your debut against the Dodgers?
No, he said, pitch a shutout.
Yeah.
Pitch a shutout, kid, and we'll play for a tie.
Barmes, a nice play. Brings up Adam LaRoche. I think Jose Tabata made his debut against the Nationals. 1 ball, no strikes. Shift is on again. And now the count against LaRoche in his favor. 2-0. You see Pedro Alvarez playing several steps onto the outfield grass. Ball 3. Last night, Alvarez was charged with an error on a ground ball hit by LaRoche. Bryce Harper took off from first base. Correa gets the strike call. On the pitch, Harper took off from first, and Neil Walker covered on the play. And that's where the ball essentially was hit, so that Alvarez had to come in a little bit over. And it's ball 4. So now Alvarez will go back to his position, with Harper coming to the plate. We debated last night, or we wondered on the air last night, why the shortstop wouldn't simply cover and keep those guys in that position on the right side of the infield. And Neil Walker said tonight that they do that sometimes, but it's a pitch to pitch situation, and the middle infielders have to play it just like their position normally. There's a soft line drive into left field and a base hit for Harper. First and second. Bryce Harper's second hit of the series. He's now 2 for 10.
19-year-old Bryce Harper. Pitch down and away. Goes out there, gets under it, and a little slice and dice to left field, the opposite field. Keeps the body together long enough to make contact. Doesn't get that far out in front where he would be unable to do much with it.
2 on, 1 out.
Good at bat for the youngsters.
Espinosa single to center field his first time. Switch hitting second baseman Danny Espinosa. Ground ball to second. To Barmes, to Jones. DP. So far so good for Correa. He's matching zeros with Strasburg. Top of the order, second time around against Steven Strasburg.
to strike 7 out in a row? Well, let us count the ways. Andrew. Pedro. High heat. High heat. Downstairs. More high heat. Perfection. Location. High heat. And lock him up curveball. 7 in a row. And that's the story of that little package.
Tabata, how about this? What a crazy game.
Great approach.
2 pitches he's seen, he has singled. And with the exception of Alex Presley, everybody else in the lineup struck out.
Like the approach, yep. Don't wait around. He's got too much of a quality package. And that ball right in the middle. And Mr. Strasburg, a little fortunate that he didn't get nailed. I mean, so many freaky things can happen. That hits you in the shin or the ankle.
Yeah.
Could have some issues, but gets through. And Jose Tabata has a great approach. I like it. Don't wait around.
See what Presley does. Presley shows bunt. And he'll be out at first base on a very close play on a nice pick over there by Adam LaRoche. Nicely done too by Flores.
Yeah, that was going to be all kind of action for the Pirates. But the Nationals, after considering.
Maybe it wasn't as great a play by Flores. Made it tough on.
After considering second base. Boy, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure we could not have possibly gotten that call.
Well, here's McCutchen.
So close at first base.
Kutch's crew is here.
Sure are.
And a base hit to right. The Bucs will take the lead. Harper guns it toward the plate for some reason, and McCutchen will wind up at second. 1-0 Pirates.
Every once in a while, a little inexperience shows, and Andrew McCutchen keeps it going with his hot bat, and the Pirates take the lead against not just Strasburg, the Washington Nationals, and Bryce Harper. Yeah, he's biting his hand now. That's frustration. He knows he should have gone to second base. Just a little slice and dice to right field. Tabata's going to score. And it's a strong arm, and part of the problem here is for Ramos not to block that ball. Run's going to score.
Flores.
I'm sorry.
Backhanded. Yeah, the run's going to score easily. McCutchen obviously never expected that throw to come to the plate. He didn't even think about rounding first. And Harper, frustrated at his own mistake twice now in this series of throwing toward the plate when he had no chance.
Do they charge him or the catcher?
E9.
Yep.
RBI for McCutchen.
They're both responsible. That was an ill-advised throw, and the catcher could have done a better job of just getting his entire body in front of that. Because the catcher knows that he has no play, so he can move wherever he wants to. He's got no responsibilities with Tabata. He's just got to get over there and get the baseball. That had a chance to be charged to the catcher, but E9. Whatever, we got Andrew at second base.
Pedro Alvarez takes the fastball. Pirates get on the board, and McCutchen has just been as hot as anybody.
Indeed.
And the home plate umpire now, Phil Cuzzy, hearing it from the Nationals bench.
Just in case you're wondering, Mr. Strasburg has given up a couple home runs.
Alvarez, who has hit 7.
Look at two-seam fastball well out of the strike zone. Not the best pitch to try to hit. Ball that starts out of the zone and then just keeps running away from Pedro. Still alive. What do the kids say? Got a big one left.
And now 3-2. The 2 home runs he gave up last time out against Hunter Pence and Carlos Ruiz. And only 5 others have hit home runs off Strasburg in his career, including Adam LaRoche when he was with the Diamondbacks, Dan Uggla, Andres Torres, Travis Hafner, and Delwyn Young. And down on strikes, that's number 8.
Goes away from the high heat to Pedro to get strikeout number 8. You know, that could be a changeup at 88 miles an hour compared to the 97.
Yeah. Yep.
But just as long as there's separation, that will mess up a hitter's timing.
Neil Walker struck out in the second. Pirates lead 1-0. Tabata singled, McCutchen a base hit. Tabata was moved to second on the sacrifice by Alex Presley. The hit came after Strasburg had struck out 7 in a row. In case you're wondering, the record, the National League record, Tom Seaver set it. Punched out 10 in a row back in April of 1970.
Tom, terrific.
McCutchen came in hitting .440 in his career against the Washington Nationals. .440. And this series, he is 6 for 7, has been on base. They get 6 for 8, has been on base 8 times.
The difference between Tom Seaver, to me, and some other power pitchers, Seaver was overpowering to spots. Most power pitchers would just rear back and just overpower you, and because their stuff is so good, they can throw it anywhere in the strike zone. Seaver had above exceptional control, along with the great arm, the live stuff. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's not to say that this guy couldn't develop into something like that.
Absolutely.
With the stuff he has.
Right, because his control early in his career is that good. This is just career start number 24.
I was just going to say, let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows where this guy is going to go in his career.
But, you know, it's incredible, though. Bang, he goes down with an injury. And who can predict that? And he's come all the way back from it. You can tell by the quality of his stuff.
Line to right field. It is hooking. It is foul.
Not by much. Once it gets past that corner, there is not much dirt between that chalk and the seats. So this could not have been fouled by much. A couple feet.
Yep.
3 feet.
Walker goes back to battle Strasburg.
Strasburg throws harder than Seaver did, if we can believe the gun.
Towards center field. That's going to drop in. That's going to give the Bucks a 2-0 lead. Neil Walker, a heck of an at-bat on a 1-2 pitch.
Yep. Well, they say there's no law against it. And we've got a long way to go in this ball game, but Pirates grinding away and get a little bit of an edge. Inside, and Neil gets just enough to pop it over the infield. 2 outs, not an issue for Andrew McCutchen to score the Pirates' second run.
A 2-out single to the outfield. He's going to score every time.
He has got several gears, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He really does.
Garrett Jones. Love to see him connect on one of these Strasburg fastballs, because it would go a very long way.
Yeah, and you never know when a pitcher, and again, he's not been around. Every once in a while, you know, you get touched up a little bit. You're back on your heels. Maybe your concentration
2-0.
Lapses for a moment. And now Flores wants to talk to him.
Let's get back to our AT&T Mobility trivia question. A couple of Nationals made their debuts in the big leagues against the Pirates, while 3 Pirates made their debuts against the Nats. Steve guessed a couple of them, Strasburg and Craig Stammen, and Jose Tabata, Brad Lincoln, Nate McLouth, the others.
I mean, can we confirm that answer is correct?
Not necessarily. That's what it is. 2-0 pitch. And 3-0, and a little bit of a delay by Walker. Now he's caught between first and second. And he is out. 2-6 on the caught stealing. Walker, the RBI single. And McCutcheon at the first RBI of the inning. Kutch's crew love seeing it. 2-0 Pirates. Walker had the RBI single, and he was at first base, and he thinks that pitch, well, it is in the dirt, and just being aggressive when the pitch is in the dirt, maybe not figuring Flores is going to pick it cleanly. Well, Flores did.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can't hesitate in those kind of situations. It's almost like an instinct that you go without thinking if you decide to go. If he who hesitates is lost.
Well, hit in the air the other way pretty deep. Presley back to the track, and Ankiel is retired on the fly ball to deep left. That is not a caught stealing, by the way, as Walker tried to advance. It's just 2-6 on the putout as Ankiel flies to left. Quickly retired to start the 5th.
There he sees the ball in the dirt. Up I go. Now I'm in trouble. I'm stopping, but the throw's off a little bit. I'm going to go again, and it's over. Like Don Rickles used to say to Snot, "It's over. It's over, Frank. You go home. Here's a cookie. Go home."
Don Rickles said that to whom?
Frank Sinatra during those roasts. I'm sure he got permission to do that. By the way, those Friar roasts were some of the greatest entertainment in the history of television. Some of the greatest. Foster Brooks and the crew. By the way, we have a minute after that foul ball. Principal Joe Tucci from Greenville High School has sent down the A team, the G Club. And of course, congratulations to Joe Tucci, a good friend of mine who was voted Man of the Year up in Greenville. And of course, that goes along with a $25,000 award.
Nice.
Yep, congratulations, Joe. But folks from Greenville are down here. Joe Tucci's a good man up there, a good friend. And they're down here en masse to watch the Buccos. Stay with it. Don't hurry. Yep.
No problem. 1-3 on the putout. 2 up, 2 down. This day in history brought to you by Day Automotive. Pirate infielders, the Twins, Eddie and Johnny O'Brien, became the first Twins in Major League history to play for the same team in the same game, May 10th, 1953.
O'Brien brothers, O'Brien twins.
Later, of course, the Pirates had the LaRoche brothers. Many years later, Adam and Andy playing on the same team for a while.
Just not twins, but
right,
close to it. We had the O'Brien brothers in fantasy camp. Their 10th year that they've been down there from California. Great Pirate fans.
Right? Strasburg. A vicious liner to right center. A 2-out double.
Trying to help his own cause. And in this kind of game against this kind of pitcher, this is where you'd love to hang up the 0 after your team scores a couple of runs. And good job by Strasburg. And that's a strong swing to the opposite field for any right-hand batter. Kevin can leave him out there. That'd be huge to put up a 0 here in the 5th.
Ian Desmond has flied out to right field twice. Pop up to the right side. Walker. And a 0 on the board after the Pirates put up 2 in the bottom of the 4th. 2-zip. Well, you see the Buccos on the diamond now. Get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at them off the field. Here our Buck Money moment, Pirate Tales, HEH Plays of the Week, and much more inside Pirates Baseball. Saturday at 6 here on Root Sports.
Well, he's going to have to go to the timeout chair if he's going to get his uniform that dirty. Neil's been all over the place.
They slipped around the bases. Let's get more from Dan Potash.
All right, Brownie, thank you very much. You know, Neil Walker making his way from first to second, a little slow out of the box, if you will. Had a chance to talk to someone with the Pirates who then voiced their opinion to the grounds crew. Apparently they thought the ground around first base was a little wet, so they went out and checked it out, kind of moved some dirt around, and if it was, the moisture is now gone, so hopefully the runway is back to normal.
Go diamond dry.
I guess I'm a little bit, not because of Dan's report, I'm a bit confused. Did Walker slip? That's what we're talking about when he tried to advance to second?
That's the impression I got there.
Okay.
Well, actually, the bottom line, Neal got caught between going and not going.
Right.
But if he decided to go, he
Right.
might have had a little trouble getting out of the chute.
Here's that play again. Let's see exactly what Dan's talking about there. So Walker tried to take off on a pitch. It was in the dirt. And the grounds crew did work around. Obviously, that was not the reason he was thrown out at second, but there was some slippage around there.
Well, people are going to say, well, it hasn't rained all day. Well, they do spring, you know, they water the infield before the ball game. So.
Strikeout, 2-3. Number 9. Steven Strasburg, who struck out 14 in his big league debut against the Pirates 2 years ago.
Breaking ball down way underneath the strike zone. So now we'll take the high road, saying doesn't matter how many people he's striking out. We've got the lead. When we don't have the lead, here come the strikeouts.
Only 2 other pitchers ever struck out more in his major league debut. J.R. Richard, the Astros, September 5th, 1971 in San Francisco, and Brooklyn's Carl Spooner, September 22nd, 1954 against the New York Giants, both fan 15. And Strasburg struck out the last 7.
Bill Verdon said that J.R. Richard, James Rodney Richard, threw harder than any human being he's ever seen.
He was the manager then, right?
Yep. I mean, he's seen a little bit of Nolan Ryan, hasn't he?
Yep. He's got Barmes in the hole, 1-2. Barmes struck out looking on a debatable pitch. 3-2 count in the third.
I remember going up to the plate against Nolan Ryan. Not going up to hit. I won't use that phrase. Scary.
You went up to the plate with a bat in your hand, right?
Yeah, I went out there and told Jerry Grody, I said, listen, no problem, I'm out of here, but if he hits me, I'm hitting you. That's just the way
so you know,
it is.
Jerry.
Yeah, if I'm still alive.
Another strikeout, that's 10. It's a season high for Strasburg. This is 7th start.
Remember that old commercial of Steve Miserak, a pool player? Even when you're just fooling around.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this guy and say, this is just walking the park at times, the way he's so dominant.
Michael McHenry struck out in the third.
Even when you're just fooling around.
Yep. And strike 1. Third career 10 strikeout game for Strasburg. The only other time he had more than 10 was the 14 punch-out game against the Pirates, his debut. And he's close to getting his 11th.
I was listening to that game. You guys had it on the radio, and it was electric coming through the car radio. I mean, the whole atmosphere, what he was doing.
It really was. I mean, for a guy like Costas to rate it as high as he did, top 10 events all time he's ever covered. It was really something special, and he is something special. And the Nationals really have, you know, the possibility of being a special franchise for many years because of Strasburg and Harper. They laid the groundwork.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to their scouts too. I mean, to be that convinced. This guy got $15 million to sign. I mean, you've got to get the right young men. Maybe Strasburg is so obvious, but I don't know if Harper was as obvious as Strasburg. Probably close to it, but not as. By the way, just a little clarification. This is silly. the O'Brien brothers that were down at fantasy camp are baseball fans from California currently. They're not the O'Brien twins that Greg was talking about. So get that squared away. But serious baseball guys, good people.
Oh, that's hammered to right field. Back is Harper, nearing the wall, off the very base of the wall, and McHenry into second with a 2-out double.
And the key right there is that Bryce Harper was not playing very deep, and that's standard. They don't play very deep against Michael McHenry. So a lot of height. Had he been playing maybe mid-range, the ball had a lot of height and didn't hit on the wall. Hit kind of the bottom of the fence just at the end of the warning track. With the height, he might have had a chance to get back there and catch it, but being so shallow, you see where he starts from, and then he gets turned around the wrong way. So there is a continuing learning process for Bryce Harper, and that's just part of the way it works. Way to go, Kevin. Take a rip at that fastball.
Bryce Harper has played each outfield position.
Keep in mind, he came up as late, April 28th. So all the ballyhoo and everything, he didn't start the season with him. He's just been up here, a couple weeks?
10 games.
Yeah.
His 11th game he's played in the big leagues.
Yep.
Yes, as the home plate umpire, and now 0-2 on Correa. Strikeout number 11. But the Bucks lead Strasburg and the Nationals 2-0. Andrew McCutchen into right field. The base hit brought home Jose Tabata. Coors Light Freeze Can. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Nice piece of hitting by Andrew to go get that pitch down and away.
Zoltan. Now, Steve, you and I aren't very familiar with the Zoltan, but maybe Dan Pogtash can clear it up for us.
I do have a little more information.
Yeah, explain what the heck Zoltan is, please.
Well, we've seen it already a couple times tonight. I'll let you pick this up.
And the ball is fouled off. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Dan. Yep.
Earlier tonight, there you go. The Zoltan Z.
Explain it to us, though.
It's from it's a reference to Zoltan, a character from the movie Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, Where's My Car? Okay.
The Pirates began doing it in Atlanta earlier this season.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
Where's My Car, the movie? That's correct.
That's
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher stars in that, right?
Exactly.
Right. I don't believe in that stuff. Do you?
No, it's
let me see
overrated.
the Z. Let me see the
I think
Z.
it's ridiculous.
Your hands are free. Let me see the Z. There you
Something
go.
like that.
Hey, it's what's in. Remember,
Zoltan?
I can't
Tell
breathe.
us more about this movie.
remember, guys, the Brewers last year
I can't breathe.
referenced Monsters Inc. by going into beast mode last year.
Yep.
So now the Pirates are going into Zoltan. Hey, if it works, easy, Steve. Get off your glasses.
Are you able to see
It actually
Steve?
feels pretty good.
This is fun. We'll do this all night. So there they are.
Something's wrong with my headset. I've just got static.
So Steve, can you do the Z, the Zoltan? There you go.
You guys need help.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for the explanation.
I think you guys were
Good
already
stuff.
aware what I was going to do before
Good
I even
stuff.
said it.
Good
We're not wrapped very tight.
No.
As simple as
That's
that.
right. That's good. Good stuff. Three-one count. And a fly ball to center field, hit deep. McCutchen to the wall, and it is gone on a 3-1 pitch. Roger Bernardina hits his first and makes it a 2-1 ball game.
And that ball was well out of here. I don't know whether it landed in the Nationals bullpen or got as far as the Pirates bullpen in the deepest part of the ballpark. Out away, gets the arm extension, gives it a big ride.
Bernardina hit 7 last year. 309 at bats. Where is it?
Long tater.
Deep drive, yep. And that is home run number 4, allowed by Correa.
Remember when they used to say it went downtown? That used to be the home run. Took him downtown.
Took him bullpen.
Yeah.
Zimmerman has singled and grounded out. His third game back off the DL. Now the Nationals on the board. Count goes to 2-1. We're talking about the Zoltan and different things that players and teams do. Dan mentioned the Monsters Inc. thing that the Brewers did last year. The Texas Rangers a couple years ago did the Antlers, pitches down low. 3-1. When you were playing, anything?
No.
You guys? No, come on. Now wait a minute. It's in your book, isn't it? Didn't you guys do something back in the late '60s? You dress up?
Oh well, yeah, the Black Max.
Yeah.
Based on the airplane, Air Force, German Air Force Blue Max movie starring George Papard. Yep.
All fouled out.
Yeah, we did.
Beast mode from last year. Prince Fielder, Niger Morgan and company. Character from Monsters Inc. I think Prince Fielder's kid.
Yeah, we did.
Do it.
We had the Air Force leather helmets and the goggles and the white scarves. Yeah, we had some fun with that.
So whatever it takes to have some fun. There's ball 4. That's no fun after a home run, a walk.
Let me make a difference here. We never did any of that on the ball field. Not that it's a big deal. But
Well, we asked Clint Hurdle about that last year when the Brewers were doing that, and he said, yeah, there's one way to stop it from happening. Get them out.
Yep.
Now the bullpen gets the call after the home run and the walk.
Kevin gave up back-to-back home runs last time out against the Reds late in the ballgame in the 7th inning. You just expected this. There's not much wiggle room. You didn't expect much offense in this ballgame, and so far there has not been a lot.
Chris Rhysop up in the bullpen. LaRoche at the plate. Now LaRoche is 0 for 1, walked in the 4th. Searage going to go out, and everybody going to meet him on the mound, the entire infield. The way Strasburg is pitching, you have to be thrilled with 2 runs, so there is no wiggle room. And with nobody out, this is a critical time of the ball game, even though it's just the 6th inning. LaRoche is off to his best start of his career. You know, if you've watched him over the years, his time with the Pirates, historically a very slow starter.
You're kind.
But hitting .316 with 5 homers and 19 runs batted in.
Very streaky hitter when he is hot. He's got that big swing, but when his timing is good, I mean, he is very difficult to get out.
A big time double play candidate. Shows bunt with that wide open left side of the infield.
Yeah, with nobody out, I don't think there'd be any consideration of that if there was one out. Just to keep the ball rolling in a tight ball game.
We were just talking about this earlier, that last night in this situation, the runner took off, Walker covered, and that cost the Pirates an out essentially because Alvarez came charging in from shallow right. Now Alvarez playing on the infield.
Yeah, he had a long way. He came way in from the grass last night.
Fly ball to center, hit deep toward the wall. And it's gone. A 2-run homer for Adam LaRoche. The Nationals have the lead. It's 3-2. Number 6 for LaRoche and his 2nd in the series.
He is that hot, and the ball is carrying extremely well. I didn't think he got enough of that one, but he did. He did, and to the big part of the ballpark. So he hit that a lot better than initially appeared when it left the bat. So I thought that ball had a lot of height and would be contained. But Kevin Correa, you could see his early expression. He knows there's a real concern there. And then quickly, it all turns around. This ball goes straight up in the air, but he is that strong, and there's a carrying breeze. Ball's riding and out of here.
And falls behind Harper 2-0.
Nothing cheap about that distance.
Harper upset with himself for missing that pitch. Fouled it off 2-1. Two count. Correa gives up the leadoff home run to Bernardina and the 2-run homer to LaRoche. Still no one out in the 6th.
So that is 5 given up by Kevin this year.
Resop just about ready.
Last year, 24 home runs given up by Kevin. That's not a real red flag for a starter.
Fly ball to McCutchen for the first out. Now the second baseman, Danny Espinosa, 1 for 2. Adam LaRoche. What a start after missing most of last year.
He's got to be among the National League RBI leaders now.
Yeah.
It's what, 21 for him now.
LaRoche tied for 10th with those 21 RBIs in the National League. Take a look at his power zone, and
yeah, it's pretty much a similar area that that Pedro that we showed you his zone, and the red zone. You see pitch number 2 is right about there. Maybe just even a little bit more away from the inside factor, so he can extend his arms, get that big swing.
Ball hit well, but right at McCutchen. Two outs, and it brings up Rick Ankiel.
see Kevin starting to get the ball up now, obviously to Berardino, obviously up to LaRoche, and these last 2 outs to center field. Fly balls.
That hit well. Diving stop, Walker. Oh, what a play! Neil Walker robbing Ankiel of a hit. Fabulous play by the Buccos second baseman. But a couple of home runs give the Nats the lead. Continue this homestand. Play host to the Houston Astros starting tomorrow night. First of 3. Catch all the action from PNC Park starting tomorrow at 6:30 right here on Root Sports. J-Mac will get the call. Chris LaRue is still on the disabled list. He is standing next to McDonald. J-Mac pitching very well. There's a Jeff Karstens. Says he's getting better. That was the report from him today. And Tabata looks at a pitch that was out of the zone. He swung at the first 2 he saw and singled in the first and 4th innings. It's to short. 1 out. Giving up the 3 runs at the top of the inning. His catcher over with him. There's Alex Presley.
Back to work. Get yourself a base runner and see if you can move him around. Doesn't even feel like Strasburg has come close to walking anybody. Behind you, Alex here 2-0.
He got to 3-2 on Barmas in the 3rd.
Yeah.
Three times he's had 3-ball counts.
He is not afraid to go with the breaking ball when he's behind in the count 2-1. So, you know, along with the stuff, you know, he's got a pretty good sense of how to pitch too. It's not just pure stuff. I'm going to get the sign and throw it as hard as I can.
3-2 on Presley.
Let's see if we can get this speed on the base paths.
Struck him out looking. Number 12.
Well, if you can read lips, you can see that Alex was not happy with that call. Again, downstairs, right on that, in that borderline spot. But there's nothing that Alex can do with that pitch in terms of hitting. Doesn't get the call.
Now Andrew McCutchen, he has struck out, singled in a run and scored. Barrel Automotive League leaders presenting these numbers here. Career against the Nationals, all time since 1969. Opposing players against the Nationals or Expos, and McCutchen hitting .442. Barrel Automotive definitely worth the click.
Randall Simon. There's that fastball right on the knees again at 95 miles an hour. Now, that's simply not fair.
Lays off. That batting average McCutchen has against the Nationals, by the way, includes 6 doubles, 2 triples, 8 homers, 18 RBIs, 22 runs scored. It's the highest batting average over the last 4 years for any player against any National League team.
And throw in that 3 home run game, part of those 8 home runs.
Presley still upset at that last 3rd strike call by the home plate umpire. Three and 2 on McCutchen. That's fouled off. Approaching the 90 pitch mark. Nothing outrageous for Strasburg, who will be limited this season. Davey Johnson said this in spring training, whether Nats fans like it or not, or whether Strasburg likes it or not. 150 to 160 innings he will throw, and then they will shut him down. And a nice job there by McCutchen, the first walk.
It's kind of the respect of Strasburg to Andrew. If you want to look at it that way, he wasn't going to give in and throw him a fastball that could have tied up the ball game.
Alvarez looks for his first hit of the series and struck out twice tonight.
Well, just returning a favor. Get Pedro to run into one. Just turn this back upside down.
He's over his last 16 at bats since his last hit. There was a base hit in the 2nd inning of last Friday night's game against the Reds. 1 ball, no strikes. Lays off 2-0.
Well, you'd like to think fastball here, and you'd like to have Pedro get it and run into it, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get the fastball. His control is that good.
Strike on the corner.
Yeah. So he gets the fastball, but certainly not in a good hitter's spot. And again, a fastball count to look for, but no guarantee you'll get it. Three and 1.
down a run, 2 outs in the 6th. Ball 4, back-to-back walks. That's a rarity. 2 walks in a game, let alone back-to-back.
Yep. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound by
Steve McCatty, the pitching coach, will go to the mound. We want to congratulate Sherrod Naylor, who's done some work in the Pirates front office out of Montour High School, a senior who will continue his education, play football for West Virginia Wesleyan. And best wishes to Diane Truskowski.
Hope she's feeling better.
Yep.
She's back home. That's certainly a step forward. Wish her well. Now the situation here with a man in scoring position, you got more of a contact type of hitter in Neil Walker than you did with Pedro Alvarez. Now, what Strasburg has thrown as many as 108 pitches in the start. In fact, the second start of the year. He's what, in his early 90s now, not age-wise, pitch-wise.
Walker delivered a 2-out single in the 4th. Ball 1.
We have Mr. Strasburg in a little out of sync situation here with a couple free passes. Stay tuned.
Two and 0. Strasburg, his rookie season, of course, that debut against the Pirates on June the 8th. His season would end prematurely in late August 2010. Left his start against the Phillies on August the 21st. And it's ball 3. Strasburg had the torn ligament in the right elbow, had the surgery, made his way back. Late last season, made 5 starts, 24 innings last year. In those 5 starts, walked 2, struck out 24.
Now they've already made a trip to the mound, and there's nobody working the bullpen. So here we go.
Wow. Now I don't know how quickly we can find this out. I think we can probably guess that's a first in Strasburg's career. 3 straight walks.
Take a look at this. All of a sudden, struggling to find the strike zone. Pitch by pitch to Neil Walker. Just off the outside corner. Outside a little further. Staying away from the hitting area. And then borderline pitch, doesn't get a call, and then doesn't come close, down and in. So he's on his own right now. They're going to start to loosen up, but I hope it's a little bit too late here, as Garrett Jones could just light this building up.
Oh, could he ever, huh?
Yeah. But I'll tell you, a 2-run single would work.
Anything would work, right? Anything at all. You're down a run.
Have yourself a good at bat, Garrett.
That's the key. Have a good at bat. Fouls off a breaking ball.
Breaking ball. And that's this young man is mature beyond his years. He's struggling all over the place right now, especially with the fastball. So he's got bases loaded, and he starts a power hitter, fastball hitter with a curveball, and gets out in front of the count. That's a big pitch for him right now. That pitch he just threw to Garrett Jones. Hopefully for the Nationals, that set a tone. Again, missing with a fastball.
McCutchen at third base. He walked with 2 outs, as did Alvarez, and Walker followed with a free pass.
The fastball right there. And, well, I think Garrett would like to have another rip at that one.
One and two. Just gets a piece of it.
Away from the fastball with the breaking ball. I mean, he's really giving Garrett Jones a tough situation, because he's not just going the whole at bat with one pitch. He's mixing up fastball, curveball, fastball. So you got to be sitting on a fastball, because if you're not, you're going to be late, and you got to have the ability to adjust back down to the breaking pitch.
2-2. Strasburg before tonight had never walked 3 in a row. In fact, one other time he'd walked 2 in a row. That was his second big league start against the Indians, following his debut against the Bucks in 2010. And maybe man's not thrilled. A timeout being called here. 2-2.
You're only going to get a minimal number of opportunities against a guy like Strasburg, and you're right knee deep in the middle of one right now.
Got him. Big time K. That's the 13th for Strasburg. He's gotten Jones 3 times, and he still has the lead. His 13th punch out, second highest total of his young career, second only to his debut.
I think he's done for the evening too.
Jesus Flores leads off and pops it up and out of play. Pinch hitter on deck.
Lombardozzi.
Count 0-2. This will be the last inning for Correa. Going to try and get Hurdle 3 more outs before having to give way to the bullpen. He's thrown just 76 pitches. Flores has grounded to Jones and bounced back to the mound. And bounces this one toward the shortstop. Nice play by Barmes. Ball coming up on him. 1 out in the 7th inning. This Sunday celebrate Mother's Day at the ballpark. Pirates Astros 135. All moms get a Neil Walker pink accent home jersey, and all kids 14 and under get a Neil Walker replica home jersey, all courtesy of Chevrolet. And after the game, kids and moms are invited to run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. Go to Pirates.com for tickets this Sunday. Great way to spend Mother's Day. Neil Walker says, "Mom, you'll like this." kids are like that.
Oh, a lot cleaner in his current jersey.
Yeah. Line foul. Steve Lombardozzi. Nice pick over there, too.
Quick souvenir. A nice pick. On the backhand.
There's Neil Walker. Two outs.
One bump for Kevin Correa, but it was costly. Home run, walk, home run. He has been extremely efficient before and so far after.
Reese Hopp will be next for the Bucks. Hammered to center field, but going to stay in the yard.
Look at it carry there. Look at it carry.
1, 2, 3. Going to keep it right here for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. As Kevin Correa retires the Nats 1, 2, 3. Bucks down a run.
We invite you now to stand, follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie, and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
MVP, the boss of the roster. One swing, pitch an ace to bet. Little kids rocking number 22 with dress. East Coast, let me hear you say, let's go Bucks. West Coast, let me hear you say, let's go Bucks. Pittsburgh, let me hear you say, let's go Bucks. That's where from, where I'm from. Let's tell them where we from, where we from. Bucktown, Little Red, Bucktown. Hey, son, I told you so. Pittsburgh, Bucktown.
3-2 ball game. Bottom third of the order against a new pitcher.
Right-handed Ryan Matthews, 2-0. ERA about a 2.5, 14 innings. He's given up 13 hits. He's walked 5, struck out 9. Strasburg, 6 innings, a couple of runs, 5 hits. For Steven, 3 walks. They came consecutively in the 6th, 13 strikeouts.
Just 1 earned run against him. So that ERA, which was 1.66 coming in, 6th lowest in the league. Probably close to about that now, as Barmes is glad to see anybody but Strasburg.
Making sure that bat didn't break. Ball in on the hands.
Strasburg's ERA is now at 1.84. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Hard to keep that ERA where it is when it's about $1.50. He comes close to keeping it there.
Now he watches and roots for a win. They need 9 outs.
And you never know whether starting pitcher is going to be a pacer, a guy who will walk back and forth between the dugout and the clubhouse, or a guy who will sit there like a stone, like a sphinx. And sometimes just you get antsy. It's hard to keep still when you're not involved. You're not out there all of a sudden. And it's a 1-run ball game.
Barmes to center. Check out some scores from Hyundai out of town scoreboard. Baltimore sets an American League record by hitting 3 home runs to start that ball game at home against the Texas Rangers. 5-2 Yankees lead that, but the Orioles open up with 3 straight dingers. Toronto leads Minnesota 5-0. Limited action in the big leagues. This is the only National League game.
By the way, Mr. Hamilton went deep again for the Texas Rangers. He's been on a tear. What, 4 the other night in that game? Well, do what you did last time, Michael McHenry. Put yourself in scoring position, see what happens, see what the Pirates can do. What did our old friend Tommy Sant used to say? Tough to sweep a major league team. Tough to sweep.
I think I mentioned the Yankees lead that. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead. That game that you saw on your screen. Strike. Baltimore won the first game of its doubleheader 6-5 over Texas. And the Rangers lead the second game. As Steve mentioned, Josh Hamilton hitting his 15th home run.
Baltimore Orioles off to a good start.
2-2 on McHenry. He doubled off the base of the wall in right field in the 5th. Need those tonight. Cool evening.
It's the Transamerica heater brought in from the Transamerica building in San Francisco.
Speared on the line drive. Caught by Espinosa. Nate McLouth will pinch hit. PNC achievement. Steven Strasburg struck out tonight 13, including 7 in a row, starting with Andrew McCutchen in the first. They got Alvarez, Neil Walker, Garrett Jones in the second. And in the third inning, Clint Barmes, Michael McHenry, and Kevin Correa.
Speaking of heaters,
PNC for the achiever in you. McLouth takes ball 1.
so number 52 on for the Nationals. We don't have our number 52 available, as you said, Joel Hanrahan, not in the building tonight.
He is on Major League Baseball's bereavement list. His grandmother passed away, so he'll be out until Sunday. He would not have been available tonight anyway. Tony Watson loosens. And because of that, the Pirates are able to call up somebody from the minor leagues, in this case Daniel McCutchen. Up from AAA Indy.
There's part of him.
McLouth lines this ball to left. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3. Through 7, the Nats up by 1.
Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture. For the best deal on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
0-0 onto the 8th. 3-2 Nats. Trying to get a W before leaving town. This Saturday, Pirates battle the Astros 7:05. Fans can take home the only bobblehead of this season. All fans get a Joel Hanrahan All-Star bobblehead, compliments of Pirates.com. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday. All fans get a scratch card, good for prizes from Eaton Park. For tickets, go to Pirates.com. Joel Hanrahan bobblehead night this Saturday. Tony Watson takes over for Kevin Correa.
Numbers for Tony. Correa's final line: 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, a couple of walks, 1 strikeout. He's on the hook.
The bunt by Bernardina. Watson, nice play. Yep. Played it cool.
Good bunt too. He just didn't quite get it far enough. That drag bunt has to be bunted hard enough just to be beyond the reach of the pitcher. That one wasn't. Close, but they get him. You're right. That you have to resist the panic temptation there. Keep it together, get it done. This is a thick carpet on this ballpark, especially in the outfield. There's a lot of infields in the major leagues where that ball would have been bunted and that would have kept going, and Watson would have had no chance to get to it, and it would have been an easy base hit. Great carpet that Manny Lopez and his crew have put down here at this ballpark.
Oh, 0-2 on Zimmerman. On base twice tonight. Nice job from Watson, striking out Zimmerman, and now he faces Adam LaRoche. Coors Cold Hard Blast, Coors Light. A home run in the 6th inning with Zimmerman aboard. Pirates were leading 2-1. Bernardina had just homered, and then the walk to Zimmerman and a home run by LaRoche, his 2nd of the series. 2nd time he's given his club the lead on a home run. Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Did it in the 9th inning on Tuesday. Of course, the Pirates came back, scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Makes this one hard the other way.
Well, he's in a zone right now. We've seen him hot like this. Hot streaks. Lefty against lefty, and that ball right in the middle of the zone.
And LaRoche hitting everybody, lefties and righties. He's hitting better against lefties this year, close to 350 this season against left-handed pitching. 7 doubles.
Save this run, stay within 1. Got a whole different feel. Chasing the team by 1 run. Okay, always feel like you're that close. 2 runs, different feel. A lot of work to be done.
Harper tonight 1 out of 3. Playing in his 11th major league game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sports Illustrated did that story on him, of course, when he was, 15 before he was drafted, and he's a high schooler. Asked what his goals were, he said, "I want to be in the Hall of Fame, be considered the greatest player that ever lived."
Strong words for a 15-year-old.
Two and two.
There are people who would take that statement different ways. Some people would say, well, that's wonderful. He's got great goals, he's got great confidence. Other people would say, well, maybe you ought to have a little more respect for some great players. So far, the things he's done and said back up the fact that he has respect for the game and the great players.
Watson strikes him out. Pirates have 2 more shots. They're still down just 1, and it's the top of the order due up.
Here at PNC Park. And, in this series, Clint Hurdle and Davey Johnson have been able to go head-to-head. But 26 years ago, they were actually on the same side, on the same team with the New York Mets. Let's take you back almost 3 decades to 1985 in the team photo of the New York Mets, where Clint Hurdle was a player and Davey Johnson was a manager. Now, the Mets were starting to turn the corner, if you remember, in the mid-'80s. However, in 1986, when the Mets won it all, Clint was with the St. Louis Cardinals. And then he went back to finish his career with the Mets in 1987. Though Greg Brown, I think you were speaking of this last night, the two have been good friends for a long time.
Well, they have, and he's got such great respect, as you know, Dan, for Davey Johnson, because it was Johnson who brought Hurdle really back to the big leagues. Hurdle had been released by the Mariners in '83, late spring training. Johnson was managing the AAA club of the Mets. Then in '84, as Tabata shows bunt, takes a pitch in the dirt, Davey Johnson goes up to Hurdle, spring training, because Hurdle had had a great year the year before. Johnson's now the manager of the big league Mets, and Davey says, boy, it'd be neat if you could catch, make yourself a utility player. And Hurdle said, Davey, it's going to be tough for me to catch at the big league level. I've never caught before. He said, you're right. You're not going to catch at the big league level. You're going back to the minors. And he did. He learned how to catch and became a utility player. And the following year in '85, as Dan said, that's when Hurdle went back to the big leagues, played for Davey Johnson. A 2-0 count on Tabata.
A lot of respect for Davey Johnson. He's a player, manager.
Tyler Clippard,
averaging
to work.
Averaging over a strikeout per inning.
Saw him the opening game of the series, and Tabata hit a shot toward second base in that game. You remember the 8th inning when Nate McLouth was at first and took off for second on the pitch. A double play ball. Instead, it skipped under Desmond's glove. Ian Desmond, the shortstop, for an error. And the Pirates had runners at first and third. Neil Walker would follow with a sacrifice fly.
This is a big pitch for the Pirates right here. A lot of big pitches in a 3-2 ball game, but we need a base runner. Leadoff base runner would be great. Wow, painted the corner. That was a perfecta. You talk about throwing to the glove.
Reaches out.
Yeah, hard pitch to take. You don't want to be rung up, but that pitch probably was going to be ball 4. Out away and extension. I can't get rung up. Can't get called on a call for a strike.
Hit sharply, but it's Zimmerman. Hit it hard.
Sure did.
One away. A 3-2 pitch top, and it grounds to third. That brings up Alex Presley.
That's a couple of good pitches delivered by Clippard in a tough situation when he's behind 3-1.
Clippard has walked 8 in 13 innings. One of those was intentional. Presley's not a happy camper right now.
No, he's not. In front of that off-speed pitch.
Has been doing a lot of work with Greg Ritchie, the hitting coach, and Hurdle.
You want, when you're angry like that, you want controlled aggression.
Yeah. Hurdle wants him to make better contact with pitches in the zone, hittable pitches. It's 0-2. Greg Ritchie, the Pirates hitting coach.
Hit him? No. Got me begging now. Need a base run. Love to have him on the base pass with how fast he can run. Close to getting a piece of him.
Almost.
Again, there's another pitch that the Nationals pitchers have been getting right on the knees. Strasburg got a couple calls like that, and now Presley, if he was mad when he came up to the plate, he is really not feeling good about this as Clippard gets the call.
It's the exact same pitch, isn't it?
Yep.
Two outs, and now it's Andrew McCutchen.
Going to be some aggression. No.
Fly ball to right center.
Almost.
And Keel. Edge of the track. 1, 2, 3. Pirates go down in order on to the ninth. Nats still up by 1. What's ahead for the Bucks? Nissan presents the road ahead. Here's the calendar. Tomorrow night the Astros in for 3. And tomorrow night it's James McDonald on the hill against Bud Norris. Charlie Morton pitches Saturday night. Sunday homestand concludes A.J. Burnett against Wandy Rodriguez. Then down to Miami for 2, to D.C. for 2, and then to Detroit for 3 before the Mets come in for the first and only time.
Reds come back quickly.
Followed by the Reds.
You know, we're talking about Davey Johnson.
That's the Cubs, then the Reds.
Cubs, then the Reds. Yeah. Davey Johnson being a great manager, great major league player, but he played it pretty hard too. Let's show you a little clip from the World Series of how hard Davey Johnson used to play. If we can rack that up. Willie Stargell, a lot of people underestimated his arm. Bob Moose throws a pitch. Now Buford hits a long fly ball to Stargell, and he loads up the gun. Here comes Davey Johnson to Manny Sanguillen and just knocks him over tea kettle. Sanguillen has to go up in the air, tries to set himself, and Davey Johnson just gives him a forearm shiver. Sanguillen held onto the ball, and the out was recorded. So Davey Johnson played it pretty hard, but Manny Sanguillen played it pretty hard too. Some Gold Gloves, some All-Star games for Davey Johnson.
3 Gold Gloves, 4-time All-Star, 13 years in the big leagues.
Yep, they had a pretty good double play combination too. Davey Johnson and Mark Belanger. They could pick it.
Danny Espinosa against Rizzo. One ball, 2 strikes.
Taking a look out there for Henry Rodriguez.
Make sure it is.
Closer, he has 6
Despite
saves.
the blown saves, a couple of them, including Tuesday night. It's an issue these days, the closers in baseball. Some have gotten hurt, some have lost their jobs. Ineffectiveness, it's been crazy.
Revolving door.
Yeah.
Closers.
And Keel to the plate with 1 out. Trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. Alvarez, Walker, Jones due up in the bottom half of the 9th.
3 tight ball games with these Nationals.
To right field, nearing the wall. Back and gone. Rick Ankiel. His second, and that gives the Nats a 2-run lead.
That was some insurance that the Pirates got late last night. And they took a 4-2 lead. The ball's just kind of sailing tonight. Gets under it, goes straight up in the air, much like the look that LaRoche's ball had. And well, this short porch in right field is perfect for that kind of hit, kind of swing.
Jesus Flores 0 for 3.
The reinvented Rick Ankiel, former major league pitcher and a good one for the Cardinals, has now become a power hitting outfielder for the Nats.
I know you always like to try and stop in and say hello, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Clubhouse when
Yep.
he comes to town.
Yep, we have a few things in common. I'd like to congratulate him on going from major league pitcher to major league home run hitter.
Second out. Chad Tracy will pinch hit now for Clippard.
think you were busy doing something. I mentioned before that, remember Tommy Sant, you say how tough it is to sweep a major league team.
Yep.
Pirates take the first 2 games. It's tough. It's tough. There's still not a chance to do it, but it has just been made more difficult.
Line drive. Not much room between Barmes and Alvarez. That was a rope.
When you hit it that hard, you really don't need much room, no matter how they're positioned. If they're a couple of steps away, the ball's going to shoot past them before they can react. The ball's tattooed.
And Desmond now 0 for 4. Missed by a lot. Ball 1. 2 for 13 in the series. Foul ball. So the Nationals, unless the Pirates rally and still certainly a possibility, down by just a couple, but they look to get out of town with a 19-12 record. They would regain sole possession of first place in the East, a half game up on Atlanta. The Mets, one of the surprise teams in baseball, would be a game back. McCutchen in center. That'll do it, but Rick Ankiel gives these Nats an insurance run. Game, full highlights and more. It's all coming up right here on Root Sports following the game. They're getting Teak and Rob all ready to go.
Inside look at the post-game dressing room.
I don't think you were supposed to see that.
No, let's
be honest with you.
It was all access last night. Apparently there was a carryover.
Sorry about that. Well, inside information for you. Well, need to rally. They did it when LaRoche gave them the lead with a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th. That was a 1-run advantage, and Henry Rodriguez came on. The Pirates scored twice.
17 strikeouts in 13 innings.
to save it for Strasburg, who would go to 3-0. He faces Alvarez, Walker, and Jones. He did not face any one of those three on Tuesday night. In fact, he faced Casey McGee at the start of that ninth inning. McGee had a fly ball to the wall and right. Then Alex Presley had the pinch hit single. He struck out the pinch hitter Shemiko Navarro, and of course, you know, it was Rod Barajas who hit the walk-off home run.
Hi, matey. Bring the ship
Let's
into
get some runs.
Yeah, bring the ship into shore. Shore leave. Ale and fresh horses for all my men.
All right, Pedro Alvarez leads off. He has struck out twice and walked. Fly ball to center field, and by the track is Ankiel. He makes the catch one away. One up, one down. That's how the Pirates started the other night. Fly out to begin things against Henry Rodriguez. Neil Walker has struck out, singled in a run, and walked. Ball one.
Not playing Neil to pull the ball at all. Harper in right field is not in right field. He's in right center. A whole lot of the right field corner available, as you can see. Playing back, trying to avoid the doubles. Mr. Rodriguez getting the ball into home plate at over 95 miles an hour.
He's been known to go triple digits. Henry Rodriguez. Two blown saves, looking for save number 7 on the year. Drew Storen, who had 43 saves last year, is out after surgery. Rod Barajas,
one of the heroes in the series. Yeah.
Brad Lidge was also signed, but he struggled. He's on the DL.
We haven't seen a couple former Pirates, Mr. Gorzelani and Mr. Burnett, in this series. But, all 3 games, squeakers.
Time call now. Flores going to go out and talk with Rodriguez. Ramos was the catcher on Tuesday night. Really had trouble keeping balls in the dirt in front of him. Gorzo and Burnett.
Yep.
Gorzelani. 9 appearances, 13 innings, 8 runs. Burnett, 10 outings, has not been scored upon. 7 2/3 innings for the left-handed specialist. A strikeout, and Walker will take off. And on the first, and dropped by LaRoche.
Oh boy.
How about that?
And it looked like Flores might have lost his footing, maybe a slip backwards that took everything off the throw, and it didn't bounce close enough to LaRoche where he could just pick it. It was far enough away and not far enough away. It's that in-between hop, the bobble, and the Pirates are alive.
Watch Flores lose his footing just a bit here.
There goes Neil. Now watch, see that back foot slip? That takes everything off the throw, and it becomes an in-between hop.
Oh,
ooh, and
that's why LaRoche might have gotten the right leg of the umpire too. That saved them for a moment.
This is still close at first.
Yeah, it is. Oh, LaRoche might have a beef. So well, it's a strikeout, and they say E3.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever keeps you alive.
And you certainly have the ability, one swing of the bat, to tie this thing up.
1 ball, 1 strike. The home run that he gave up to Barmes, Rodriguez we're talking about, was the first home run he had given up since coming to the Nationals.
In Barajas.
Yeah, the one that Rodriguez gave up was the first he gave up since coming over to the Nationals. Since John Baker hit one July 26th last year, he had faced 182 batters between homers. 43 innings without allowing a home run before Barajas went deep to win it against Rodriguez on Tuesday.
Boy, Garrett wanted that one and looking for fastball and got it. Couldn't catch up to it. We say these guys look for a fastball and get it, but when it's 96, 97 miles an hour, there simply isn't much time. You can look for it and still not get to it. It's tough.
Jones has struck out each of his 3 at-bats.
Rick Anquillo is about 4 steps in front of the warning track in center field. Deep.
In the dirt.
A good take by Garrett. A lot of real estate, but that's all right. That's why they're playing deep.
Steve, you have to figure he's got no confidence right now in that breaking ball, right? He's got to come with a fastball.
Well, you would think so based on what happened the other night. Now he misses 2 and 2. Got to be heat. That's his bread and butter pitch.
Fly ball to center field, or right center field it is.
Just missed it.
And Harper. Rodriguez gets Jones to fly to right center. Now Casey McGee bats for Barmes. Was a fastball to Garrett Jones. They're going to give Neil Walker second base.
Yeah.
Meaningless run.
Careless.
All 1 on McGee.
Pedro hit it decent, didn't get all of it. Garrett Jones hit it decent, got underneath it. It's the 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Two and 0. Shimaico Navarro comes out on deck to bat for McHenry if McGee is able to reach. 98.
Yeah, that's the quick one.
Rodriguez trying to save his 7th game of the season. Two and one. And this will do it. Grounded to second, and the Nats come away with a win. The Nationals behind Steven Strasburg, and that 6th inning. 2 long balls defeat the Bucks.
One of those nights, 1 inning cost Kevin Correa. You talked about it in the 6th inning, and that's the obvious story. And you just can't give Steven Strasburg too much room. And the Pirates take 2 out of 3. Just a little too much to give up to that kind of pitcher.
Strasburg, the winner, 3-0, 13 punch-outs for him, and Henry Rodriguez earns the save. 15,381 on hand, and now let's send it out to Robin Teak.
Got no monitor. All right, thanks very much, guys. And Teak, when you look at this game, I think a lot of people were really looking forward to seeing Steven Strasburg pitch, just for the curiosity of it. He's one of those guys like a LeBron James that you just want to see because he's so unbelievably gifted, and he showed why he's so gifted today. Really a great performance, although the Pirates did get him out of there after 6 and scored a couple runs, only one of them earned.
Right, and obviously, the one you remember is the first major league appearance for Strasburg against the Pirates in Washington, and that one was obviously very, very ugly too. He got his 13 strikeouts tonight, but the one thing that the Pirates were able to do to him was over those 6 innings, he had to throw a lot of pitches. He's up, I think it was 104 pitches in 6 innings, got him out of the ball game. So, and they were able to scratch the 2 runs out, the runs that they scored in the 4th inning. So, all in all, yes, we saw this guy is dominant, and there's a reason why he was hyped as much as he was. But also, number one, Kevin Correa hung right with him too there for a long time. Just had the 1 inning, but just not enough. Actually, where the Pirates could have made some hay and didn't was once they got him out of there after 6, in the last 3 innings of the ball game. They weren't able to do anything at all against the Washington bullpen.
Pirates still do win 2 out of 3 against the Washington Nationals, so a successful series. They even their record on this very long 9-game homestand to 3-3 now, with the Houston Astros coming into town this weekend. We have a lot coming your way on Pirates postgame, presented by AGH Sports Medicine. We will have extended highlights and postgame reaction. We'll look forward to that series coming up against Houston. Jameson Taillon through today in the minor leagues. We'll tell you how that game went. A lot coming your way on Pirates postgame, presented by AGH Sports Medicine. It's up next.